everyone, and welcome back to episode 34 of our Colorado Rockies rebuild here on Out of the Park Baseball 26. Where last we left off yesterday, we had played through the first couple weeks of the season. We currently sit at 9-4 and atop the NL West, and as something that will be an ominous specter throughout this entire season, our owner, Charlie Monfort, wants us to win the championship. Godspeed to us all. The reason, obviously, that he is demanding this is we did win the World Series championship 2 seasons ago, but as last season was a disappointment, he decided to up the stakes a little bit. And so far through 2 weeks, we're doing okay. So far, though, there are a couple cause for alarm. The first is very simple. Our top free agent signing, Kerry Carpenter, has forgotten how to hit a baseball. And prior to 3 games ago, his average was a 103 and his slugging was a 172. I don't think I need to tell you how poor that is. Also, our bullpen is currently struggling mightily. We only have 2 players with an ERA below 4. The strikeouts have all but vanished for our setup men. It's not looking great at that department, but hopefully things will turn around today. My plan, very simply, we're just going to get through the month of April, see where things stand at the end. And that means we must begin with a series against the St. Louis Cardinals, who, amongst some other additions, currently have Yordan Alvarez at 31 years old. Unfortunately, he has the wrecked injury designation. He was on our radar because in 2027 he had a 308 average and an OPS of 1,000. I hear that's pretty good. But then unfortunately he kind of fell off the cliff, but so far he's doing okay with the Cardinals. They're moving out River Ryan to take us on, who looks like he has phenomenal stuff. Surprised his ratings are so low in overall and potential. We're kicking out Mr. Herrera here, and then I am going to have John Gazdar take third base in place of Acuna today. Let's rock and roll and see if we can take game one from the Cardinals. A clean first inning for our pitching staff. Hao Yu Lee already with a steal. Condon already striking out. He wants the record. The inning flips. Well, Mr. Alvarez has arrived and hit himself a solo shot to right. Less than ideal, that part. But I'm sure Kerry Carpenter will match. You know what? He tried. I'll take a line drive single to left. Oh, he's going for 2. He's a brave man. I feel like he would have gotten out there if the throw would have been quicker, but I am not going to complain. Hunter Goodman now hits it up down in left field. Kerry Carpenter not deciding to run there. I feel like that's a little bit of inconsistent logic. Oh no, they tried to pick off Hunter Goodman. Did anyone else see Kerry Carpenter glitch across there? I guess he made it home. The animation made it look like he just went third somehow. I'm not going to ask questions. Jordan Walker struck out, as to be expected. Tovar struck out, as to be expected. John Gazdar has struck out. Well, that took a turn very quickly. Tyler O'Neill with a leadoff double. Oh, and now Victor Scott. I don't know if that'll bring Tyler home. Yeah, he's pretty slow. Yeah, in this game, he went from the Orioles to the Astros, where he struck out 204 times, which is the current pace that Riley Green is on IRL, by the way. And now he's been at the Cardinals for 3 seasons. Not too shabby. Hopefully we can limit the damage here. An Arias infield pop-up certainly helps. Can you get Jose Suarez into double play? Never mind. Victor Scott Jr. with the steal. Wow, and the ball gets under Tovar. Well, Cardinals have taken the lead 3-1. Struck out Alvarez. That'll play. And Herrera gets it under Gazdar. That's going to score Suarez pretty easily. The inning is going from bad to worse. Now Lars Nootbaar has been walked. There we go. We got Hernandez swinging. We're okay. I mean, we're not okay. We're down by 3, but I feel like that could have been so much worse. Nothing for us in the bottom of the third, and they're getting to Herrera again. And I do not have the most stamina of bullpens right now, but he gets an infield pop-up. All right. Jose Suarez is going to be the last batter Herrera faces, and he strikes him out on 3 pitches. All right. Good end to a very poor start overall. Let's see if our offense can do anything whatsoever. Down goes Condon. Kerry Carpenter walks. We have life. Hunter Goodman flying out to left hurts that a little bit, it must be said. And Jordan Walker flies out also to end the inning. Yeah, I think we're going to bring Luis in. He is tiring because I forgot to sit him down, but he gets through the 5th clean on 14 pitches. I think I'll leave him in, but I will warm up Chase Dollander. Gorman hits it back up the middle. Tovar is there, gets him. If Luis can get me 2 innings, I think we'll be okay. Tyler O'Neill grounds out, but it took a full count to do it, so Luis is at 22 pitches. Victor Scott flies out to center. All right. Really good from Luis. I mean, again, it's only been a few weeks, but he has looked very strong. Let's see if Nolan Shanuel can do anything. Lines out to the shortstop. And Luis Garcia in from the bullpen. And Hao Lee is immediately aboard. Look at our boy. Obviously, I'm going to have him just keep stealing. Oh, no, that's the second pickoff attempt that's went wide this game. But I don't know if I've seen that like the entirety of the save. All right, Carey, I believe in you. He struck out looking. Well, there goes that. All right, let's get Dollander in. Take the 7th. Already he has allowed 1 run. I'm stunned. He gets through the 8th clean. I'll take that. I am going to pinch hit here. We're going to have Acuna hit for Gazdar. Oh, Acuna grounds out. Nothing there. There we go. Colquera gets it deep to left. That's the easiest double of his life. All right, I'm going to keep Shanuel in And then I think if it gets to Kerry Carpenter or Jordan Walker, that's when I'll bring in Quan. Shanuel pops up. You're killing me, man. Yuli hits it up to center, but that's going to get caught once again. We get runners on scoring position, but we cannot score. All right, Acuna will take third. Sam Hedges will come in for the ninth, and it's clean. Ryan Helsley still on the Cardinals. Good for him. Oh, Condon. No, buddy. Not a good game from him. All right, we're going to pinch hit here. Stephen Kwan will hit for carry. And line out to left. All right, Hunter Goodman is our last out. Gets it through. We have a semblance of hope. Jordan Walker gets down and right. We're moving. Ezekiel Tovar strikes out to end the fun. All right, we lose game one, 5-1. Not great from our offense. Tovar especially had 3 Ks, left 3 men on base. Our pitching staff did okay. Herrera got hit a little bit, but that is what it is. All right, let us sim game two. We win it 4-3. Gabriel Hughes does okay. Vodnik, Jax, Munoz come in to cover. Why pull Vodnik for Jax there and make him pitch one guy? Anyway, Hunter Goodman, 3 hits. Condon, 3 hits. Nolan Shanuel, 3 hits. Look at our boys go. Acuna struck out 3 times. Yeah. I have a feeling when Alex Bregman is healthy, I think I'm just going to send Acuna down instead of Gazdar, but we'll see. All right, so we're facing off against Leonel Secure. Whoa. That is a pretty good prospect they got there. Yep. He looks pretty solid. I should try to trade for him. Let's rotate a little bit. Stephen Kwan can hit for Kerry Carpenter. And then I'm gonna give Tovar. Well, no, I don't really want to give Tovar a day off. He's doing pretty well for himself. I think I'll give Jordan Walker the day off, and Joe Lamp can take right. Is that what I want to do? Is that the configuration I want? I think let's have. Yeah, Quan hasn't done great in left. Let's have Quan take right. Cole Carrig takes left. Joe Lamp center. I think that'll be the configuration. We'll see what happens. All right, Luis De Leon on the mound for us. Clean first inning. Clean second for both sides. What a quick game this must be. Nothing through 4 for either team. And we have life. Nolan Shanuel on second with no outs. And it's down. Thank you, Hunter Goodman. Nolan Shanuel is at third. I don't think I want to run on a guy with 70 arm. Very good. All right, Tovar. 3-run homer. And line drive to left. We take those. That'll score Nolan. Goodman stays at second. Probably the right call there. No, the wild pitch. The Cardinals have made a lot of errors this series. Like 2 pickoffs went wide. That's at least the second wild pitch I've seen. And Joe Lamp gets it down the right field line. That'll do. I think Joe Lamp is a starter. He was below average, but a good defensive outfielder. I think having him as a backup guy that I can come off the bench is infinitely better from a just lineup construction perspective. Acuna gets it down. Oh, we're teeing off now on the pitcher as Joe Lamp gets home. That's what 70 speed will get you. And Cold Care pops up. You're killing me. Every time we have life, the infield pop up beckons. Oh, they picked off Acuna. Really? Really? The guy has 65 base running, 75 speed, and you're telling me he gets picked off? Is that what we're saying? I disagree respectfully. All right. Looks like they're getting to Luis in the sixth also. Nolan Gorman is aboard. Bernal strikes out. Can he get Victor Scott? Yes, he can. Good job by Acuna. Mason Wynn, whose nickname in this game is the Energizer Bunny, which will never not be hilarious. He gets Wynn. Luis De Leon is cooking. He's at 73 pitches. I'm going to leave him out there for the seventh, I think, at least to start the inning. How you Lee goes down swinging. They left in Lano. Strikes out Condon. Is he going to make it 3 for 3? No, because Nolan Shanuel hit a 3-1 pitch right back at the pitcher. Fair enough. All right, I'm going to let Luis Leon start this inning, and then Dre Jameson is going to warm up in case there are issues. Soft grounder to short. Tovar, easy throw. Can you get Yordan Alvarez? Full count, the pitch. Struck him out. Gabe Cruz with a phenomenally fascinating profile. 70 contact, 80 avoid K, but no power whatsoever. And horrendous defensively, it looks like. Yeah, below average outfield. What an interesting profile. Huh. All right, let's see if Luis can get him. He hit it. I'll let him face Gabriel Arias, and then that'll be it. Arias hits it deep to right. Gone. Dang. Unfortunately, that'll be the end of Luis's start. I looked at Arias' stats, and I was like, surely Luis has got it. Dre. Thank you. Goodness gracious. All right. Cardinals get 2 on the board. I'm going to get Munoz warming up in case there's trouble. No trouble to be found. Nothing for us in the eighth. All right. Munoz for the ninth. Yordan Alvarez, Gabe Cruz, and Arias. Yordan Alvarez and Tyler O'Neill are aboard. Nolan Gorman strikes out swinging. We take game 3 against the Cardinals 4-2. I left Luis De Leon in one batter too long, but other than that, pretty good. Didn't get much of anything from the top of our order, but the bottom of our order came in very nice. All right, Bregman is eligible to come off the IL. I mean, I don't know. I think at this point it's between Gazdar and Acuna. I don't think either of them have been particularly inspiring this season. But Yeah, I think Gazdar is going to keep it because even against lefties, yeah, Acuna hasn't been great. Does he have option years left? He is out of option years. All right, we're going to wave and DPA Acuna. Bregman will return. And then now the question becomes, where do I put him in my old lineup? Tovar's been really good batting both eighth and ninth. So I think I'm going to drop Tovar down to ninth. Jordan Walker has done much better batting eighth. So Walker can go eight. Whoops. Sometimes these controls are very finicky. All right, Bregman bats seventh. That means Gazdar is essentially our backup infielder now. One of these days, I will find a good backup utility infielder, but evidently not today or this season. We really haven't had one since how Yuli was our backup, which is a hilarious state of affairs, I must say. All right, so that is that fixed. We have an off day today. It should help our bullpen be at full strength for the series against the Philadelphia Phillies, who have Hunter Green, but it looks like we will not face him this series, which is very nice. Does that say a 0.52 ERA? Well, then. Brandon Fant, who I think we can say had some up and down years with the Diamondbacks, traded to the Phillies, and right now he's going for the Cy Young. 0.52 ERA, 0.98 whip. Okay. Well, this will be fun. Let's see what shakes out. Think I'll just go with my classic starting lineup here. We'll see what we can do. Chase Burns on the mound for us. If we can get one run against Brandon Fant, I'll be a happy man. And already an error. And it's on Hunter Goodman at catcher. Oh, boy. That is one of the sort of background downsides of the trading away Drew Romo is we have lost our ability essentially to put Hunter Goodman at DH and have someone else at catcher, which leads to things like this. Bryce Harper. Oh, Bryce Harper. Who knew he could still hit the baseball? How old is he at this point? 34? 36. I can do math. Look at him. He's had over 150 games started every year of the save. -2 WAR last season. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, the power is essentially dissipated, and they're still. Why would you sign him to an extension? When did they do this? Some prior to 2031. Okay, we're not at that yet. Huh. I'm not going to ask questions. Maybe I should. Chase Burns has now walked a runner in. It's not looking great. There we go. Big strikeout for Alfonso. Nico Horner has found himself out east. And he hits it to the wall, and it hits the scoreboard. That's going to clear the bases. And we have our work cut out for us against the Phillies. For those keeping track at home, Chase Burns' ERA is now up to a 9.42. He strikes out Rincon to end the inning. Oh, boy. Oh, Chase. And we're going up against, at the moment, the best pitcher in baseball this season. Bregman is aboard because of a Phillies error. Jordan Walker gets it down. Is Bregman bold enough to go home? No. Though to be fair, am I surprised at that? No. Hovar sack fly, that should score Brigman easily. And he is in. Let the record show we have scored a run against a guy with a .46 ERA. All right. Cole Carrig locks. I am tempted to do a bold double steal, but I think not. Nolan Chanuel grounds out into the double play. I knew I should have done the double steal. Not great. Oh, Chase. Buddy. Well, a terrible start is somehow getting worse. After Alfonso gets a nice RBI double, we're down 6-1. I am going to get Dollander warming up. Gets Nico Horner. Rincon grounds out to second. All right, I'm going to sit Dollander down. I think I'll have Burns start the fourth and then operate on the assumption he's not going to be able to finish it. A second error by the Phillies. And Bryson Scott has had both. He has a 60 error. You know, I'm not going to question it. I feel like I should. I feel like defensive ratings and the stats in this game are always a bit wonky, but Condon advances how? Kerry Carpenter has failed to get on base again. No dice from Hunter Goodman. We threaten, we do not score. All right, let me get Dollander warming up again. Infield pop-up. Slowly but surely. There we go. I couldn't tell who was going to make the play there because the pitcher went to first because the first baseman moved, but then the catcher got it anyway. Craziness. All right, he walked Stott. I think that is going to be it. Chase Dollander's going to come in. Horrendous start for Chase Burns in what has been a very bad season for him so far. Can he get DJ late in? No, it gets past Tovar. Well, that was hilarious. First, I was like, why didn't he throw it to third? And then I saw the runner coming from the back, and I was like, that's why he didn't throw it to third. Still only one run. Bregman is on second. Jordan Walker can't move him, which is a shame. Because then it would be one out with a guy on third, and a sac fly would score him. Tovar strikes out either way. I have faith in you, Cole Carrig. I believe in you. He flew out. No dice there from our illustrious center fielder. It's fine. What are the odds Dollander can get me through this? I feel like they're low. I believe in you, Chase. And he has allowed a solo shot from Bryce Harper. But he gets through the rest unscathed. All right, let's warm Matt Chachik up. Oh boy. Yeah. I think we're already at the point where Chase Dollander may just have to be traded. We might be there. Leighton gets it down. That's gonna score one. Yeah, throw wasn't in time. It looked close though. Yeah. Oh, wild pitch advances runners. I think we're at the point where I need to do something about this bullpen. I know we're only like 15, 16 games in at this point, but the guys who did really well last year are struggling, and so I don't have room for like Chase Dollander to also struggle mightily. And he hits Simon Juan. Bases are loaded for Omar Alfonso, who already has 2 hits today. And he hits it deep to left off the car rental sign. A bases clearing double for Alfonso. And that is an 11-1 scoreline. As Matt Chachik's ERA has now exploded to a 10.5. Remember when he was phenomenal last year? I miss those days. And Nico Horner gets the RBI. Whew. Yeah. Yeah. I think we're about to break the record for most trades in April. Because I am operating under the assumption that if I do not get close to the World Series, I may get fired by the owner. And so I cannot afford taking in a questionable bullpen for too long. There we go. Sam gets the pop up. We're not even in the seventh yet. Oh boy. All right. Bregman is aboard again. Yeah, I think Bregman right now is kind of a double-edged sword because he's been really good when he is healthy. He just has not been healthy for the past 2 years. Tovar hits it out. That'll do. What now? We have cut your lead to 9. Tremble before us. All right. I'm going to make a sub here. Actually, no, I lied. I had a different idea. Vindicated by not doing my original idea as Cole Carrick gets a double. All right, Nolan. Rounds out the second, nothing doing. All right. All right, Sam. Give me a clean inning, please. Thank you, sir. He is on 18 pitches, so I'm going to need someone for the 8th. Think I'll go with Griffin Jacks. Nothing for us in the 8th inning. Griffin, come on in. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Nico Horner hits it to center. That should be caught easily. The runners don't advance. Another wild pitch. Man. All right, he gets Rincon to line out. I'm not going to bother warming anyone up. Actually, you know what? I'll have confidence in the men. Let's warm Vodnik up in case we can score 9 unanswered runs. Hunter Goodman walks. Who is quicker, Goodman or Laverde? Goodman. Okay. All right, Bregman. Bregman K's. I'm going to pinch hit here. Stephen Kwan for Jordan Walker. And James Hicks is in to face us. Opponents are batting 091 against him. Oh, and we line out and do a double play to end the game. Yeah, that tracks. Well, that was probably the worst game I think we've played. I mean, Chase Burns, 3 1/3, 6 hits, 6 earned runs, 2 walks, 5 Ks. Dollander, 2 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 2 Ks. Chachik, 1 single out, 3 hits, 3 earned runs. And then Sam and Griffin did well in it. Okay. So I think I can make the safe determination that Chase Dollander is not a bullpen arm. Moving him back to starter isn't an option with his stamina and his poor control. So, who wants him? Literally no one. It took you that long. Any relievers on the trade block that I could just do a like for like move for? Kevin Kelly. Why are you on the trade block? Because your contract? I mean, you're pitching well. I like this guy. He's done pretty well for the Twins. Why would they want to trade him? What would it take? Oh, sure. This player's in the trade block. Yeah, what do you want for him? Only arguably two of my best three hitters and Jordan Walker. No, thank you. Mason Miller is injured for 2 weeks. Brent Hedrick from the Yankees. He has not had a great season, but in his defense, he's had a good season. He's got popped one outing. How does he compare with, let's say, Chachik? Chachik is better. I don't know. I don't know how Chachik's overall is a 40 with his numbers. To be fair, I could always I could send Donder down to AAA and call somebody up. We could get fun with it. I could call up Fidel if I wanted to, but if I'm worried about control issues, then really the option is we go Angel Chivilli and how many times I'm going to retry the Angel Chivilli experiment. So that begs the question. Oh, Carlos Mier is injured. Guys, my AA team is actually terrible. I need to call the AA team off stream. I could call up Jeff Criswell for the first time in the saves history as a long reliever. Mercedes really has regressed ever since we traded for him. Give Will Klein another shot? I think not. The 6.2 ERA from Sandy looks grim. However, his whip is a 1.11. His BABIP is a 2.50. So Zuna's looking pretty good in AAA. All right, I think we need to peruse. Anyone on the waiver wire that could be fun? No. The answer to that is quickly no. Oswaldo Cabrera of Rockies fame. Not doing too hot for the Orioles. All right, very simply, who needs relief help? Last time I did this, the answer was literally no teams at all. But we'll see if anyone wants. Even the White Sox have blue relievers. To be fair, I have blue relievers. But I think that's being held up by 3 players. Ooh, Reds need a starter. That could matter. Tigers are blue. Astros are blue. Royals are red starters? Who are their starters? A couple kids and 36-year-old Vince Velasquez. They got a 22-year-old starting for him. Oh, he's a Rule 5 pick. Interesting. Good for them for playing the kids. I'm convinced. No, oh no! Look at the state of the Dodgers. Yee. Right now, the worst I've seen for relievers are green. The Yankees are rebuilding. Lol. Like they would ever admit that. The Pirates are in win now. They don't even have Skeens. Oh, right. They moved Skeens to closer. I keep forgetting that. Yeah, in this save, they moved Skeens to closer last season. What a decision. What a choice. The AI can really do some stupid things. Yeah, no one needs relief help, really. I could then. Actually, where are the Royals? Let's do this. Where's Dollander? Hey, Donder, congratulations, sir. You're back to being a starter. Okay. So, realistically, in terms of prospects, our infield is a little shaky. Pitching wise, I think we're okay. So, I might just take like what I can get. This is horrendous. What a profile David Torres has. My God. Ooh, like a Brock Eddie. This could be a good guy. Let's see if they'll do this straight up. They will not. A lot more shit. All right, no one wants Don. I think that is the determination that I'm now making. Hey, you want to give up your first round pick from like 3 seasons ago? Oh yeah, I like the offer. I need a little more. That little more is my best prospect with 80 potential. Sure, game. Sure. I believe you. Yeah, I don't think really anyone will want Donder. Gary Perez? How dare you? What if what if I'm more ambitious? I mean, none of their prospects are good. The Royals are screwed, just like as an organization. They don't have like much of anything to hang their hat on. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna submit the offer for Bauman. Odds are they say no. Yeah, no, okay. But I was hoping having him be a starter would improve their interest, but nothing is screw it. Let me look at your actual roster. My God. He throws a screwball. What a legend. They got Tyler Holton closing for him. And they got some okay pieces. It's just Mike Burrows, if I were to move him to long relief, his expectation is wait, wait. They promised him closer, but his expectation is to be a starter. Oh, right, we have no money. I keep forgetting we have no money. They got Paredes running around, Nacho Alvarez Jr. At this point, I will kind of take like one of your worst prospects, like this dude. Okay, new plan. We're gonna send Dollander to AAA and hope he can bounce back. I am then gonna call up. Who do I want? Is it time for Paulinho? I don't think so. I could go Chivilli. I think it's Fidel though. Like, for being honest, yeah, let's do Fidel. Okay, so this does mean I lose my long reliever. However, my long reliever wasn't even going long that much. So does that really matter? I ask you. All right, we're gonna sim game two against the Phillies. See how Jose Fleury and co do. We lose 3-5. How you Lee gets a home run. Fleury gets popped. Gastelum does okay. Jameson, and then once again they bring in Griffin Jacks for one single out. Fair. All right, let's play game three. against the Phillies. No one is cold, which is nice. All right, I'm going to give Quan the start in left. He'll hit second. Anyone need the day off? I'll give Tovar the day off. John Gazdar can take short. Hunter Goodman is at 97. I'll have Dario hit because he hasn't hit in a while. Yeah, he hasn't hit since the 11th. All right. Herrera is on the mound. We are looking to salvage anything from this series against the Phillies. A new pitcher. Tender shoulder, out for a week. But he was doing so well through two. Luis Castellum is ready. Luis Castellum also has a sore thumb. So we'll see how this goes. All right, clean third. Okay. We got Yuli at third. Nolan Shanuel hits it up to center, but that's going to be caught. I'm going to warm up. Who do I want? Vodnik. I'll let him face DJ Layton, and then I'll pull Luis. There we go. Get some swinging. Very nice, Luis. Let's bring in Vodnik to face Bryce Harper. Because unsurprisingly, I don't want a tired reliever to face Bryce Harper. But maybe it would have been better as Harper gets it down. Simon Juan strikes out swinging. All right. Phillies take the lead. Clean fifth from Vodnik. Thank you, sir. Can we get anything going? Gazdar gets the ball down. That'll do. He's aboard. Carrig strikes out looking. You're killing me, Cole. 3 strikeouts in 6 innings already. Is that bad? That feels bad. All right. Yuli walks. Here's Condon. Pops it up shallow outfield. Well, we threaten, we do not score. Story of the Colorado Rockies here. I am running low on pitchers. Vodnik is getting fatigued. Fair. All right, we'll bring Sam in to face DJ Layton. Got him. All right. Jordan Walker is aboard. Can Dario bring him around? 0-2 count. Feeling unlikely. He hits it back to the pitcher and is promptly thrown out. All right, Sam, give me the 7th. Good man. He's at 18 pitches. We'll see. I'll warm up Chachik just in case. Clean. All right. I'm going to get Munoz ready in case we score a run or 2. 2 would be nice. Yuli goes down swinging. Condon, always a home run threat. Pops it up to left. Down to our last out. Do I want Nolan Shanuel to face the righty? I could go, let's see, Nolan Shanuel against righties has been pretty good. I say that, his slugging has been abysmal. I think I'll pinch hit here. Hunter Goodman is going to get the at-bat. And he strikes out swinging on 3 pitches. In what was essentially a bullpen game, we lose 1-0. Man. That was bad. All right, so Herrera is out with a tender shoulder for 1 week, and I don't really want to have him pitch through a shoulder injury, though it did just change to 5 days actually. So Burns, De Leon, Hughes, rest day. Okay, he should be fine. He should be okay. All right, we have the Reds today. I'm gonna sim game one. We lose it 2-8 as Fidel, making his Rockies debut, gets popped for 3 earned runs. That's rough. Gabriel Hughes got hit. Man, we are struggling. All right, they have a lefty on the mound. And Dario, in 9 at bats, has been okay against lefties. I'm going to do my classic Stephen Kwan takes right. Cole Carrig takes left. Joe Lamp takes center. And I think we're going to go Dario instead of Hunter Goodman here. All right, we are on a losing streak of epic proportion. We really need to turn it around, and we're already down 2-0 after the first inning. Lovely. Stephen Kwan, send it. He did not. He did not. To be clear. In case there's any confusion. Oh boy. Luis, dude, you're killing me. Get Alcantara, please. It is hard to be confident in any particular area of this team right now. It must be said. Hard to be confident. Even Brenton Doyle is getting RBIs against us. That's when you know we're doomed. How's Brenton Doyle been doing this season? Been doing pretty good. Must be nice for him to finally figure out how to hit a baseball 5 years into the save. All right. Well, we're down 4-0 with an offense that has yet to be able to hit the baseball. Hey, we have 2 runs. And we also have a very taxed bullpen. And how Yuli gets me through the fourth at least. Stephen Kwan with runners on. Lines out. You're killing me, Smalls. And how Yuli grounds out. Well, I was hoping Luis could get me another out or two, but does not look like that's going to happen. We're going to bring Chachik in the fifth. Just take it, dude. Yeah, the runner scores 2-5. Matthew. He was so good last year, and this year he's just fallen off completely. It's very annoying. Right. Griffin Jacks, I'm going to be honest. If you could get me the 7th and the 8th, cool. Already allowed a run. We're doing great. We get 4 runs back. Will it be enough? Answer no. Oh, jeez, guys. Who in the air this time? Tovar. Good luck, Vodnik. We lose 8-6. What a terrible, terrible performance. Sim the next game because I'm mad. We lost it 1-2 in extras. Oh, Lordy. That brings the losing streak to 6. Not looking great. Acuna cleared waivers, so he is going to AAA. All right, let's look at our lineup right now. So, on base percentage wise, we're looking a bit iffy. Jordan Walker and Kerry Carpenter being our worst two hitters is not where we want to be in our life. Yeah, I mean, hitting wise, we're probably average. And then starter ERA we're 11th, bullpen ERA we're 15. Or excuse me, we're 14. So our pitching staff is just letting us down here. And then Jordan Walker has seemingly forgotten how to hit a baseball. And also, that is the thing with Jordan Walker. Like, his contract is up after this year. So he could be a guy that if we decide to trade him, could probably get something for. All right, but let's play game one against the Yankees. We have Jose Fleury, who has not had a good start yet this season. Cole Carrig is cold, which is lovely. Let's have Joe Lamp hit for him. Do I want Kerry Carpenter to hit against the lefty? No. The answer to that is immediately no. I think I'll have Hunter Goodman DH and hit fifth, move everybody up, and Dario can catch. All right. Let's see what we got. And already it's a 3-0 game. Oh, I'll make that 4-0. Oh, Jose, buddy. Oh, Jose. The wheels have fallen off the wagon of the Colorado Rockies, I think. Stephen Kwan and Hao Yuli both go down to end that. I don't really want to have to convert one of my starters to long relief, but it's looking like that's just the direction we're heading. And we may need to make a pretty big trade for a really good starter. Jacob Young gets aboard. Dominguez hits into a fielder's choice. If only we had a runner covering second base there, we could have had a double play. Do I want Jose to face Brendan Donovan? Sure, why not? All right, he gets him there. Yeah, I think we're at the point where the move needs to be send a reliever to AAA and/or trade one, move a starter to long relief, and go from there. Aaron Judge, by the by, has 3 years left in his $9 million contract that he signed, or 9-year contract he signed. He is worth negative WAR at the present. That man hit 62 home runs. Luis, I can't have you struggling. You've been like the one shining beacon. Oh boy. Strike out Jason Dominguez. He balked. Objection. There we go. The runner doesn't go home. Interesting. I'm not going to complain. Think I'll bring in Sam to face Anthony Volpe. Volpe gets it down. That's 6 for the Yankees. Ay, 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 ay. Brendan Donovan is aboard. And here's Aaron Judge. Back up the middle, past the infield. It's more. Yeah, I think I am nearing we need to blow up a lot of this stage. Because right now, I mean, it's just there's just nothing in this pitching staff that is working. And that's a shame. And to be fair, our bats have gone ice cold also, which has not helped anything. As Hunter Goodman gets a leadoff double, Bregman K's. Walker works a walk. Bring him home, Dario. He tried. He struck out, but he tried. There we go. Tovar gets it down. Goodman gets home. Let the record show we did not get shut out. Joe Lamp grounds out to end the inning. All right. All right, Dre, can you get me the eighth? He allows a run. Good. Oh, and now two runners are aboard. Lovely. Gets Judge to line out. Runner goes. The throw is good, but not in time. Bregman, you're killing me. Chachik, come in. Save me. What if I just blow up my farm system? What if that's the call? All right, Jordan Walker is aboard. Dario grounds out to advance him. Down to our last out. Hey, Tovar gets it through. We have scored 2 runs. That'll play. All right, I'll just pinch hit here. Cole Carrig to face Anthony Molina, our former reliever. Looks like he is not doing well with the Yankees either. But he gets Carrig to fly out, and that's that. We lose 9-2. I think I'm officially in blow it up stage. I think get fit moving pieces around the lineup will be tricky, but I think at this point the outfield is a problem. Like looking at our outfield, Kerry Carpenter has an OPS of 225 and is at no home runs this season. Stephen Kwan has been, average, and he has the highest on base percentage of our whole group. Cole Carrig is currently ice cold after starting hot. Joe Lamp is average, I would say, and then Jordan Walker is essentially unplayable right now. So something in that needs to give. In AAA, obviously, we have guys like CJ Kafus, who we know can do a job, but isn't great defensively. Kind of an issue. Yankio Fernandez, I think, is going to get called up sooner rather than later because it looks like he's doing pretty well in AAA. Sandy Azuna also picked up a hand soreness injury. But as far as, for our starters, like, none of them are doing great. Like Herrera, I would say, actually, here, I'll do the two Yankees because then Herrera and Hughes will both get starts. And then we'll see. All right, Jordan Walker is essentially benched for the rest of the series. I think I'm going to have Kwan in right, Cole Carrigan left, Kerry Carpenter sits out. Joe Lamp is going to hit ninth in center field. And DH, I think I'm going to let Nolan Shanuel hit against the lefty. And the Yankees already have a run. Oh, Nolan Shanuel is hurt. Sore hamstring for a week. Well, okay. In that case, yeah, I don't really have anyone that can hit that well against lefties. Congrats, Dario. Dario's going to DH the rest of the game. There we go. How Yuli gets it down. In goes Dario. Tie ball game. Condon K's. As does Stephen Kwan. I had to think of who was there, Goodman or Kwan. Yankees get 3. We get 1 back. Yeah, even when Herrera is getting hit, that's when you know everything is just falling apart. Lamp gets there. Down goes Aaron Judge. And good throw. I think the benefit of trading Jordan Walker is he's rated very highly, and we can probably get a pretty good deal for him. The downside is we could be bailing a bit too early and then run into issues. There we go. Herrera gets me a clean 4th. Yeah, Jameson is not who I wanted there. Come on, get Brendan Donovan. Donovan gets me first. All right. And Herrera's start did not start well, but he settled in and did okay. Nothing for us in the 5th. Vodnik, I need 2 innings, buddy. And Judge and South Stewart are aboard. And Lee gets the ball down. Well, fair enough. They got Stewart at home. So that's 1. Has Hunter Goodman ever thrown out a runner? There's definitely a way for me to check that, but I like operating under the assumption that he just has not. All right, Cole Kerrigan, Dario are aboard. How you Lee strikes out swinging. Charlie Condon strikes out swinging. And Stephen Kwan hits into a double play. Runners on first and second, no outs. Not only do we not score them, we don't even advance them. That's where we're at. There we go. Vodnik gets Jacob Young. That's going to be it for him. Christian Jackson will get the rest of the 7th. Goodman is aboard. Oh, Tovar. There we go. Joe Lamp gets it down and right. That'll score Goodman. And Lamp is at second. All right, Cole Carrig tied up. And gets it down the second baseman. Lamp is going. And he's home. Tie ball game. Well done, sir. How many pitches is Griffin on? 13. Okay. They're keeping the lefty, so I'm gonna keep Dario in. And Dario gets it down in center. All right. Carey gets home. We have the lead. How Yuli hits it to the right field warning track. The bats have finally arrived. Very nice. How Yuli stretches it all the way. They do get him at third. We get a couple runs for our trouble. Come on, Griffin. There we go. Clean A from Griffin. Charlie Condon solo home run. That'll play. And Bregman flies out at the warning track. You couldn't advance on that, Hunter? You're killing me. No matter, Tovar gets it down in right field. That should score Goodman. 8-4. Joe Lamp, who's had a very good day today, 2 hits and 2 RBIs. But he grounds out here. All right. Well, even though it's no longer a save situation, my only bullpen option left is Munoz. So that's who's coming in to face Spencer Jones, Jacob Young, and Jason Dominguez. And he gets all 3 of them. All right. Well, we win against the Yankees. We are now back to 500 at 12-12. Dario had a very nice day. How you leaded well. Yeah, so Nolan Shanuel's out with a hamstring for a week. But I think it should be okay. He doesn't have to worry about fielding, so that part shouldn't be an issue. Let's play game 3, and then we'll reevaluate the squad and maybe trade half the team. No, I don't think I'll trade half the team, but you never know. Yeah, honestly, same configuration as before. Stephen Kwan, right field. Cole Carrick, left field. Joe Lamp, center field. And yeah, let's just honestly, keep the same configuration. Dario will catch. Yeah, I need to go to lefty lineup and just take Kerry Carpenter out of it. I think his success against lefties last year doesn't look like it's going to roll over to this year. A clean first inning. We finally had a clean first inning. Hunter Goodman, 3-run shot. I'll get confetti. And he hits it deep to center field over the head of the center fielder. That will score 2. And Goodman hit it second. That'll play. 2-run double. No confetti, but close enough. Bregman also hits it over the head of the center fielder. Goodman will score. What is Jacob Young's range in center? 70. I feel like he would have gotten one of those, but I'm not going to complain. Tovar flies out to right to end the fun. But hey, we're winning after a first inning of baseball. Craziness. Clean second. Oh no, an error from the Yankees. Okay, we advance Dario. Bring him home, Steven. He did not. He tried, but he did not. All right. Clean through 3. Hunter Goodman with a solo shot. That'll play. Cole Carrick and Kwan are aboard. And How You Lee strikes out. Hold on. How You last year? Oh, yeah, he is on pace to shatter his strikeouts. Man, he did so well with strikeouts last year, though. Maybe the game is saying that's an anomaly. As Condon hits into a fielder's choice. You're my last hope, Hunter Goodman. Flew out. All right, we threaten, we don't score. And the Yankees get a hit in the 6th inning. Gabriel Hughes gets the out. Diving catch from Kwan. Good on him. I think that'll be it for Hughes. He's at 79 pitches. I'll get Fidel ready to roll. Bregman lines out. All right, Tovar walks. And Joe Lamb flies out. Yeah, I think if we go with this lineup configuration against lefties, if we don't get something out of Tovar, that bottom four kind of dies immediately, which is not great. And Fidel has allowed 2 runners already. Can he get Sal Stewart? Yes, he can. He gets him to line out. Can he get Brooks Lee? Yes, he can. Do I even want him to face Sean Murphy? Why not? That gets under Tovar somehow. Don't ask me. And a runner is home. Think that'll be it for Fidel. I'm going to be honest. It's the world's smallest sample size of 3 appearances. But he has not been great. You know what? Get Spencer Jones. Redeem yourself, Fidel. All right. So they get 1. I'm going to sit Luis down and then get him back up when the lineup flip or when the inning flips. Condon hits it deep to center, but that's caught. Get Jacob Young. I believe in you. Shit. Jacob Young gets a double. Could even be a triple. I respect that Joe Lamp didn't even try to get that baseball. He's like, it's gone. It's going to the wall. All right, Luis, don't let me down. 1 run does score. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a Luis face Sal Stewart and maybe Brooks Lee. And then we'll see if about bringing in Munoz. He gets Sal Stewart to ground out. Can he get Brooks Lee? Gets him to ground out. All right, I will let Luis go for the save then against Sean Murphy. 2-2 pitch. Murphy hits it up to Joe Lamp, and that is that. We beat the Yankees 4-2. That'll play. Whew. Really good from our pitching. Obviously, Fidel got hit a little bit, but he's not long for the bullpen anyway. Luis, 2 innings, clean work. Gabriel Hughes took a no-hitter into the 6th. But again, I think this is an argument against, for example, trading away Jordan Walker, is that if Joe Lamb or Stephen Kwan have to get regular at bats, our lineup looks a lot shakier. Okay, so we're 13-12. Let's save for a moment and examine what we want to do. Also, did that just say Alan Ford has a 20-game hit streak? Look at you. It's extending to last season also. Okay. Look at Alan Ford. All right, so regarding starters, everyone's has had about 5 starts so far. I think the worst 2, without question, have been Jose Fleury and Chase Burns. Gabriel Hughes, his numbers obviously benefit a lot from that start he just had. I think Herrera has the least sort of starts. And then Luis De Leon. Oh, I'm so annoyed. Luis De Leon was looking like an ace of the future before he got hurt. So I want to keep him as a starter to see how that can play. So if I do say move Chase Burns or Jose Fleury to long relief, I do have that option. I think I'm leaning Fleury over Chase Burns. Let me compare them in really quick. So Fleury, I mean, there are very similar pitchers. Chase Burns just has much better stuff, pitch to pitch, and much better potential for his pitches. If I were to compare them this season, Fleury's gone a little longer, and most of his numbers are going to look better. I think I would rather keep Chase Burns out there on the mound and see what Jose Fleury can do in a long relief role. Because also, I mean, Jose Fleury has 55 stamina, but he has not gone more than 5 innings this season. And I think that does give us some avenues. So I'm going to send Fidel back down to AAA. And then Jose Fleury, I'm going to move to reliever. His potential does drop to a 50, but I don't really care about that. His stuff also went up. So that means I need a starter, and I don't really have one ready in AAA. I mean, Sandy Azuna would be the let's go crazy and see what the 22-year-old can do. I don't think we're there yet. So I think then Chase Dollander at starter is it? Nah, his stamina is way too bad. Yeah, I think it's time we're gonna acquire a starter. I think we need to. Are there any starters on the trading block? 38 Nick Martinez isn't really doing it for me. Reed Detmers is injured now. No, no. Okay. So what do I want to do? Actually, hey Yankees. I know you're rebuilding, right? So you probably want some prospects. That De La Rosa kid. 14.5 million, never mind. Holy. I like that Nestor Cortez is still there at 34. Hmm. Dominguez has many years left on his contract, but he's not getting paid that much. What's his rating against lefties? About the same. How's he been historically against lefties? Been strong prior to this season. What will it take to get Dominguez? Tovar, huh? What if I threw in Jordan Walker? They do it. They do that, and then I would give them Marston probably because I like Gregory Sanchez if I remember correctly. So I would give them Duncan Marston, who was our first round pick 2 picks ago, but he just or 2 years ago, but he is not developing the way we hope. Do I want to do? Okay, hold on. Before I actually think this closer, let's compare them. So Jordan Walker has better gap power and just better power overall. Dominguez is going to be better against lefties in terms of defensively. I think I would rather have probably Dominguez 10 better error and 5 range ain't nothing. They're the same age, and obviously the big difference is Jordan Walker is a free agent after this season, and insofar has been terrible. Over their career stats, pretty similar, though I'd say Dominguez has been better. And even then, I mean, you want to talk about the power difference, right? Jordan Walker has 10 more power, but career home runs, Jordan Walker only has 3 more home runs beating him out. And I think that's what, 200 more plate appearances? I like to have to hit back for all of these. Have they tried Dominguez in right at all? Not really. I could just move Kerry Carpenter to right and tell him to suck it. Because Jason, I mean, he'll make 9 million this year, then 13, then 24, then 24, which ain't bad. He's been pretty consistent over the sim. Not many injuries. He did have a back issue and he's had a couple elbow contusions. I think it's worth it. Like, I like Jordan Walker. Don't get me wrong. But he just, and it's 20 games, so I'm not going to lie and say it's a big sample size. But he wasn't great last season either. He's had what? Let's see, since we got him. Yeah, he had a month and a half long injury with the strained oblique last season. I think we do this deal. Would I be able to just finagle my way and get like a random prospect also while we're on the subject? Could I get like a Zach Konstantinovsky? No, okay. What about, say, a David Miller? Let me look at David Miller. No, his control is horrendous. About Drew Gray, who is currently your Rule 5. Nah, I'm not going to trade for their Rule 5 yet. Nah, I think this is probably the best I'm going to be able to get. I mean, Ryan McPherson doesn't look half bad. All right, we're going to do the deal. Done. We have traded Jordan Walker, sent him off to the New York Yankees. We got essentially a year and a half worth of games out of him, and I just he's just struggled for too long, and I need to do something to help this outfield out. Losing Duncan Marston, I think, is fine. He was our first round draft pick 2 seasons ago. However, he has struggled mightily in single A and high A. After our scouting report has gotten better on him, it looks like his control is never really going to get there. So I think that's okay. We acquire first a prospect in Ryan McPherson, who I like a lot. I even could make the argument I like him more than Marston because his control could potentially become a 60. So even if the stuff has like, if his slider's only a 40 and his fastball's a 50, like that'll play. High A might be a bit much. I'm gonna send him to single A. Yeah, I'm gonna send him to single A. Let him cut his teeth there and see how he plays. And then obviously the big get is Jason Dominguez, who is now going to be our everyday left fielder. I think this does signal that Stephen Kwan won't be getting extended next season, and I think that's honestly okay. Kerry Carpenter is struggling mightily, and I have no qualms about trading him if needs must. So now then, how do I want to configure this outfield? Because, I mean, Cole Carrick at center field hasn't been great. He's also just not a great. He's okay, I would say, in left. I mean, we could give Joe Lamp the run at center, but then that means I'm not playing one of Carpenter or Kwan or Dominguez, or not playing two of them, which honestly might be okay. The AI has put Jason Dominguez at center a little bit. Let's try that. Let's try Cole Kerrigan left. We're going to have Jason Dominguez hit fifth and hit center field. And then at the moment, I'm going to slide Kerry Carpenter to right. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Carrie. Like you're batting eighth, dude. Like I don't really want to move anyone else. Nolan Shanuel, though, I might move off of two. No, he's been better at two than he's been at five. Okay. So then this is the configuration against righties. Kerrigan left, Dominguez center, Kerry Carpenter and right, Stephen Kwan Lamp keep on the bench. That's fine. Lefties, Kerry Carpenter is out without question. And I'm going to be honest, there's not many guys I think deserve to be in against lefties. Like Dominguez, I think, has done well historically against lefties, but has not done so much this season. But I think I'm going to put him in either way. And then Kwan, I think, is out against lefties. So I need a right fielder, I need a DH. I think in terms of positional flexibility and such, Joe Lamp in right might just be where I'm at. And then DH wise, we're going to have Hunter Goodman. Do I want Ezekiel Tovar to bat second? Nah, he's too good at the bottom of the order. Then I think Dario can catch. I'm talking myself into Joe Lamp batting second, by the way, against lefties. Honestly, Nolan Shanuel, I think. Yeah, no. On second thought, Goodman catch. Nolan Shanuel can DH. Yeah, I think that's our lefty. I think that's our lefty configuration. And then Stephen Kwan can be the backup infielder and whatnot. Or Stephen Kwan backup outfield, excuse me. All right, so I'm a little bit happy about our lineup. Now I would like to acquire another star. And I would be willing to probably overpay to get one. Who is rebuilding? Angels. Angels, who do you got in your starting rotation? Do I trade for Spencer Arrighetti back? He's done a little bit better since he's with them. Ooh, they extended him. Yeah, they signed him to a 4-year, $34 million extension. Good for you, Spencer. Eric Fedde, Roque Gutierrez. Ooh. Now, this could be an interesting prospect guy to add. Where is Jose Fleury and reliever? Gutierrez doesn't look bad. I mean, the movement of 45 is probably correct because he's walking a lot of guys. His strikeouts are nice. Looks like he's been like a backup starter with them. Elmer Rodriguez, Cruz. I mean, he's on the similar level as a lot of my guys. Wow, they claimed like these guys off of waivers. Good for them. Shota. Oh no, Shota. Oh no. That's fine. What would it take to get Gutierrez? Well, I'm not doing that. What I honestly is that Jackson Job, I see. Claimed off of waivers. Quit. Actually, to be fair, what do you want for Jackson Job? Excuse me. No one wants to deal with me. That's what I'm learning. Good Lord, they got this guy from the Independent League. The Angels are just going crazy. They only have one catcher right now. How's Drew Romo doing? He's doing good. Good for them. Wait. He's getting paid how much? 2, 4, 6, 10. Man, he was demanding so much more money from me. Okay, I'm done with the Angels. So the team looks interesting. Who else is rebuilding? White Sox. Good God. Noah Schultz. I mean, yes. Wow, they gave him a 6-year, $113 million deal. Good God. Just for the hilarity, do I have a single player they'd won for him? No, okay. That's kind of what I figured. However, let's be frank, he looks awesome. He struggled this year, but it's fine. Him having a player opt, why would you give him a player opt out after the second season? All right. Let's actually though entertain this idea somewhat seriously. If I gave them if I opened with Reed LePere. Oh, we literally can't afford him. Okay. Then in that case we have to ask them to retain, which they wouldn't do. Plus rebuilding Yankees. I already looked at your rotation. It makes me sad. A lot of other teams are just in win now mode. I think it might be easier to acquire a reliever at this point, and then maybe give Jose Fleury more avenue. What would it take to get Gage Wood, hypothetically? So I don't really want to trade my top prospect, right? However, in terms of like what he would become, it's Gage Wood. Well, no, I mean the movement potential is insane. Gage also wouldn't close for me, which might present a problem. But he doesn't have the expectation of being closer, and it looks like he's not. I mean, maybe he started closing for them. I mean, he would. To be fair, I only have average scouting actually. Okay, hold on. Then in that case, let me get a scouting report on him. We'll table this. And then while I'm thinking about, shout out Alex Faedo, Tigers legend. 41-year-old Aroldis Chapman still throwing haymakers. My God, they have an old bullpen. Chapman 41, Casey Sadler 38, Thomas Sapolsky 32, Devin Williams 34, Jeff Hoffman 36. Crazy. Craziness. All right, new plan. I think we're going to hold off on that for now. Jose Fleury, congrats. You are back in the rotation. I think I'm going to take a good long look at that reliever. I do have an open relief pitcher spot. I think we're going to go Herrera and add him. Okay. Well, now that all that craziness has happened, the fact that our best prospect is like 5 years away from getting called up, the 5 might be excessive. Where's my prospect, by the way? And Vindra is rated higher. All right, I've seen enough. I think we're going to move Ginger to highest Spokane. Yeah, like Nunez, I mean, he's going to be great. I don't think he's ready for single A, though, which is what's really frustrating about this. All right, anyway, We're going up against the Marlins. Emmett Olson is in for them, so we're going lefties. I am going to have Nolan Shanuel hit even with his injury. Jason Dominguez at the moment is going to be a center fielder for us, come what may. Let's see what happens. Kerry Carpenter to the bench. Luis De Leon, see us through. Davison De Los Santos is aboard, but no issue. No issue whatsoever. Wow, was a big issue. There we go. 2-run shot from Nolan Shanuel. A solo home run from Hao Yu Lee. Is our lineup fixed already? Answer, probably not, but you never know. Still nothing from the Marlins through 3. And they walk Nolan. I mean, hey, if Nolan can have sustained level of success, then our lineup looks really good. But the problem is, if Nolan struggles, then I have a guy who can only do H doing nothing. Also, Hao Yu Lee with his second home run of the day. At what point do I simply extend this man? Answer, I should probably do it sooner rather than later. Here's Condon. Grounds out to short. Mr. Dominguez. Grounds out to short. Will Hunter Goodman make it 3 for 3? No, he will walk. Bregman will K, though, and that'll be that. All right. Clean 4th. Oh, they're getting to Luis in the 5th. And he walks Acosta on 4 pitches. Okay. Well, Luis, I'm going to be honest. The bases are loaded, but you can get Hector Rodriguez. There we go. Foul ball pop up. Very nice, sir. Very nice. Can he get De Los Santos the pitch? Gets him swinging. Is it too ambitious to ask him to get Morlando? I say no. Morlando flies out to left. Very good from Luis there. Can Hao Yu Lee get 3 home runs? The pitch. He hits it deep. Left field. Gone. 3 home run day for Hao Yu Lee. Oh, boy. Have yourself a day, sir. Charlie Condon went in on the fun, and he gets a double to the warning track. I just need to give Hao Yu Lee like a 10-year deal at this point. I think that's where I'm at. Because, as a reminder, and I cannot stress this enough, he is only 26, and this is his 4th season with us. Oh, boy. What a time to be alive. Dominguez lines out. Hunter Goodman K's. Bregman, it's up to you. Bregman lines out to left. Nothing. Nothing doing there. All right, let us bring Herrera in. Pretty good start from Luis De Leon. 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 walks, 7 Ks. Clean 6 from Herrera. Thank you, sir. We'll get Chachik ready. Joe Mack goes down swinging. And Acosta grounds out. All right, I'll bring in Chachik to face Hector Rodriguez. And he gets him to fly out to right. Very nice. All right, looking good so far. I am going to make a sub here. I'm going to have John Gazdar hit for Nolan Shanuel because he has not had a bat in a long time. And I have faith he'll get a good hit here. Or He'll strike out. Yeah, he hasn't hit since the 19th. Oh boy. All right, can Hao Yuli make it 4 for 4 home runs? He does hit it to left, but not far enough. It's a line drive single. That'll play. Here's Condon. He gets that down in right. We're still moving. I would like 10 runs, please. Here's Dominguez against Casey Sadler, the aforementioned, like 38-year-old reliever. Dominguez lines out. Unlucky. And our Goodman goes down. All right. Lineup flips. Chachik, I believe that you will get Luis Matos. And he did. Good lad. All right, let's warm up. Who do I want for the 9th? Sam? Sam. Uh-oh, Bregman is hurt. Injury diagnosis pending. Well, that's a shame. Kerry Carpenter, or excuse me, Stephen Kwan, come on through to pinch run. I think I'm going to lose my DH. I'm going to have Gazdar take third. Because realistically, like, we're up by 6. If it gets all the way around to him in the lineup again, then something has probably gone horribly, horribly wrong. But here is Cole Carrig. And he grounds into the fielder's choice. All right, this is good. Gazdar will hit here, so that means that if I lose the DH, the pitcher won't have to bat, and Gazdar hits it over the head of the center fielder. That'll score 1. How ambitious are you feeling, sir? Carrig gets there, all right. Hao Yuli on the quest for 4 home runs. Unfortunately and tragically grounds out to short. Okay, first things first, Sam Henches in the pitch. And then Gazdar is going to take third base. Stephen Kwan to third. Gazdar to third. Yes. Okay, so that removed Kwan. So now we are out a DH. But again, if it gets to him in the lineup, that means they've scored 8 runs. A leadoff double. You know, they're trying. All right, Joe Mack pops up. Acosta gets it down. Is Matt going to go home? No. Double play is available. A strikeout also works. Devison De Los Santos, always a home run threat. Hits it softly to Gazdar. The throw got him. We beat the Marlins 8-0 off of a 3 home run performance from Hao Yuli. Pitchers get us a nice shutout. Thank you, lads. And then Alex Bregman, though, getting injured does affect the calculus. Oh, Alan Ford's 20-game home run hit streak ends because he walked 3 times. Outrageous. All right. Congratulations, Alan. Your reward is to get called up to AA. Well done, sir. Okay. Do we know Bregman's injury? Yes. All right, he's day-to-day for a day. Okay. So he just won't play here today. So they're sticking with lefty. Gazdar will take third. Kerry Carpenter is going to go to right field. Dominguez will sit because he is quite tired. All right. Let's rock and roll. Chase Burns on the mound. I need a good start from him. He had a good start against the Reds. I need to keep it going. Clean first. Clean second. And Condon is aboard for Tovar. Oh, what a dive. Very nice from Max Acosta. Nah. Goodman goes down. Come on, Kerry. Give me literally anything. Thank you, sir. Kerry Carpenter, his first home run of the season to left field. How many games are we in, you ask? Don't worry about it. This man hit 34 homers last year. Through almost 20 games, he finally got his first. Oh, boy. Yeah, we're just going to have to live with that for a little bit as Gazdar goes down. But hey, we have the lead. All right. Chase got out of the jam. Didn't get out of that one. They get a run, two aboard for Gazdar. And he grounds out immediately. Fair enough. All right. Chase is at 53 pitches through four. Ramirez is aboard. Come on, get Acosta. He did not, in fact, get Acosta. So Ramirez scores. Tie ball game. Oh, Matos hits it to the wall. Oh, boy. All right, he gets Morlando to ground out, but that scores the runner. 4-2 ball game. Marlins have taken the lead. De Los Santos flies out to end the inning. I believe that we will get runs. An error. Two runners on. Charlie Condon to space. It hits down in left field. Run, Nolan Januel. Run. I didn't even see the ball come in there, but they get how you Lee. All right, we get one. I'm going to leave Chase Burns out there to try to get the sixth. He gets me the sixth. All right, that'll help. So Dre Jameson's going to come in for the seventh. Chase is still in the green. Let's see if he can get the bottom of the order. He gets Schobel swinging on three pitches. Can he get Ramirez? Gets him to pop up. All right. Max Acosta to finish the revenge tour from that fifth inning. Nah. All right. Costa gets aboard. That'll be it for Chase Burns. I think a better start than he's had, but still gave up 4 runs. Wild pitch advances. I had so many wild pitches today. Crazy. Gazdar gets it. Down goes Mathos. All right. Nothing for us. See, that's what I'm saying about the downside of this bottom of the order, where we're not getting a lot. Clean eighth from Jameson. I think we'll get Vodnik ready for the ninth, unless we tie it up. So actually, in that case, I'll get both Vodnik and Munoz warming up. If we tie it up, Munoz comes in. If we're still losing, Vodnik. All right. Nolan Shanuel is aboard. Let me pinch hit or pinch run, excuse me. Stephen Kwan here. But first, how you Lee? And he hits it to third. They get Kwan at second and Howe at first. Ay, ay, ay. All right, Condon. Solo shot. Well, he hit it up. but he did not hit it out. Condon pops up to end the inning. So Munoz is going to sit. Vodnik is going to come in to take the ninth. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. I have faith. Strike out Acosta. Soft grounder to short. The throw gets him. All right. Here we go. Down by 1. Tovar, Goodman, and Kerry Carpenter are our batters this inning. Here's Tovar up first. Goes down swinging. Bad day for him. He is 0 for 4. Jeff Hoffman is hurt. They have to pull him. Carlos Rodriguez is in now. Goodman hits it up to right field, down at the track. He has a double. We have a runner in scoring position. All right, Kerry Carpenter, you have a home run already today. What do you got? He hits it right to the second baseman. Nothing doing. Well, Mr. Gazdar, my friend, unfortunately for you, you're getting pinch hit for. Though, Bregman, it only influences his throwing. So Bregman is going to pinch hit here for Gazdar. Be the hero. And he struck out looking. We lose to the Marlins 4-3. Not great. But alas, can't win all the close ones. Can we even win any of them? But Kerry Carpenter finally got a home run. Chase Burns, I think, had a good start, but then just had one bad inning. Jameson Vodnik did pretty good coming in, but not our best offensive day, must be said. All right, we have a full scouting report on Gage Wood. Oh my God, he's cracked. Oh, he's so good. Is he worth, like, really the question is he worth our bet? We're not trading Hao Yuli. That's not happening. Is he worth our top prospect, Ruben Nunez? Because the guy's 19, he has 80 potential. His stuff's already great. But the argument, I think, for doing this trade is potential-wise, like, I don't know, his stuff is so good. I will think on it. I don't think I'm going to do it now, but I will think on it. All right, we're going to sim the finale against the Marlins. We lose 4-6. Jose Fleury gives up 6 in 3 2/3. I think the long relief for him might be necessary. Jason Dominguez, by the way, so far in his illustrious Rockies career, 0 for 8. But Harry Carpenter had a couple hits, Nolan Shanuel had a couple hits. I think Nolan Shanuel has started to turn it around a bit, which is really good for us. Let me advance through the end of April and get the development update for May. Oh boy. Luis Gastelum's stuff drops. Chase Burns, his stuff drops. Yankel Fernandez has become an even worse outfielder, which I didn't think was possible. We're getting a little more information on Greg Tate, who was one of our draft picks last season. Danny, you're bad? Come on, son. Ooh, Hayden Federico is getting little boosts. That could be something. Yankel Fernandez is the AAA best hitter. I think the argument also for trading Jordan Walker is it frees up a chance for Yankel Fernandez to come back sooner. So I think that's kind of where we're at. But for now, that is where I will end off. We got through the month of April. We sit 14 and 14. Not great. In other words, we went like what, 5 and 10 today through 15 games. I think the lineup is starting to get a little bit better. Pitching staff is still a problem. I think it is time that we're going to move Jose Fleury to a long relief role and find another starter. I'll probably do that off stream, just looking for a guy. Um, and we'll see what sort of shakes out. But thank you all for watching. Next stream will be later this week, where we will make our way through the month of May. We have a lot of division games coming up. We have 4 straight divisional series: Giants, Diamondbacks, Padres, and Giants again. So even though we're behind a little bit in the division, everything could flip after that. So I thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.